We are back at it again here with another video with the Invest for Tomorrow. To the first time viewers and investors, welcome to the channel. To all subscribers, welcome back. Here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, continuing to fight and hold support and test key resistance levels. And in today's volatility, our SPY buy at 9:55 a.m. sent out a bull indicator, and from that moment forward, inflows crossed the midpoint to the upside, full strength there on 42 vision, and call options went up 150% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots, and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. So here we are with the SPY, the S&P 500 index, fighting to hold support. And in today's video, we're going to break down the key levels I would watch going into next week. But before we do, I want to share with you guys the home run opportunity that was mentioned this morning over at the Discord. So the home run today was spectacular and beyond expectations. And if you guys want to know about these stocks early on and receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together. So the home run today was from our Netflix bot. Our Netflix bot at 9:35 a.m. sent out a bear indicator, and from that moment forward, outflows crossed the midpoint to the downside, pure weakness down 42 vision, and put options went up 100% plus within an hour, guys. If you guys want to receive this clarity and edge of the charts, you can now gain access to it as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicators, getting connected over to our bots. We look forward to having you join us, and we strive for opportunities like these every single day. Let's jump to these charts. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, doing a full transition from bright green bars to white with red borders and back up to multiple bright green bars from Thursday to Friday. If this is your first time coming across the channel, this is 42 vision, which allows us to see the dips from the rips to the dips, and where the strength and weakness lies within the charts. And we also use our bull and bear indicators and inflow versus outflow as an extra layer of confirmation, which I'm going to pull up here and you can now gain access to as well. The link is down below in the description to the 42 vision indicator, getting connected over to our bots and becoming part of a growing community of investors, all looking to learn and grow together by receiving this clarity and edge over the charts and using these resources to maximize in either direction, whether stocks are going up or going down. And in today's video, I'm going to pull up the inflow versus outflow indicator, which adds that extra layer of confirmation and gives us that edge within the volatility. So here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, back under a bull indicator on Thursday at the 500 level. It found support above 497, 498 level, broke through 500, canceled out the bear indicator from up here at 506, and now continuing a staircase effect here and retesting key resistance levels, right? It broke back above 507. It's fighting to stay above it in the after hours. Here sitting at 508 and trying to get back up to key levels that we're going to break down in just a moment. And we're going to look at the inflows as well. Now, it wasn't just the SPY pushing up as well. We have QQQ here under a bull indicator on Thursday at 421. We have Tesla with full strength here going into earnings and continuing to break through key resistance levels from way down here at that strength at 144 through the volatility, continuing with a bull indicator here at 160 and now slowing down near the 174 and not getting too close to 175, which is going to be a key level to not ignore up here, but back under a bear indicator at 170. We have Apple as well, full strength here with the bull indicator since 166, slowing down up here near 171, almost 171.50, and now back under a bear indicator near the 170 level. So definitely something to not ignore up here if it continues to dominate. Now when we go over to Netflix, lots of chop here, had a bull indicator, went up from 550 to 175, came back down to 550, keeps on trying to use it as support here, but now back under a bear indicator, and I will be watching, will it break through the 550 support or use it as a triple bottom? So I will be watching that going into next week. Now, here we are with the SPY on the 30-minute with the bull indicator, and on the 1 hour, that strength followed as well. Full transition from the rip area to multiple dip areas and back up to multiple rip areas, and a bull indicator popped up at the 500 level. So I will be watching if this staircase effect can continue and this strength upwards in the bigger picture. Now, when we zoom in and look at it from the 15-minute, we can see within the volatility, a bear indicator popped up and quickly got canceled by a bull indicator at the 507 level, and it is fighting to stay above it. So I will be watching here closely if inflows justify this move, and that's what we're going to break down in just a moment, and I'm going to break down the key levels I would watch going into tomorrow. Here we are with the SPY stock, the S&P 500 index, with inflows fighting to stay above in the first half of the day, but on the 30-minute, we could see here a divergence when it's trying to still hold up, and that staircase effect with outflows crossing over in the after hours. This is going to be crucial going into tomorrow's trading day and next week, as we see it here really close to the midpoint and red, with outflows dominating. If it pulls down even further, it could quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. So definitely something to not overlook here on the 30-minute chart. Now, when we zoom out and look at this from the 1 hour, we could see in the bigger picture how outflows are sharply dropping, but it has not crossed the midpoint just yet. It is sitting at 1.07 positive inflows, even though it's red, because it has not crossed the midpoint. We have not seen this chart completely collapse, right? So I will be watching that closely if it crosses. You could see it here, that crossover from Wednesday to Thursday, how sharp it was, and it did a full transition from the rip area to the dip area. So I will be watching this closely as we're up here near bright green bars, the last part of the transition to the upside. So this is going to be critical. Now, when we zoom into the 15-minute, we could see here outflows crossed over in the second half of the day as well. Into the open, inflows were dominating, but inflows are trying to pick back up in the volatility. So it's going to be crucial for it to cross the midpoint. If it pushes downwards, it can quickly start to reflect that weakness into these charts. And I will be watching if it rolls that weakness over into the 30-minute as well, pulling it down further. And the first support is 505. If that gets broken through, then I'll be watching 503, and then comes the 500 level. Now, to the upside, it's going to be crucial and critical for these inflows to push back up, start that staircase effect to continue, and actually start transitioning upwards on the 30-minute and 1 hour as well, switching from red to green. And the first resistance is 510. Then above that, I'll be watching 512, and then comes the 515 levels. So these are the key levels I'll be watching to the upside and to the downside. The bull and bear indicators are going to be crucial. I would not ignore them, but the inflow versus outflows, as we see here in the bigger picture on the 1 hour, they're sharply dropping, but still above, and it's going to be crucial from within the volatility of the 15-minute for these inflows to actually cross over, continue green and pushing upwards, roll that strength over into the 30-minute, crossing the midpoint and switching from red to green, and on the 1 hour, stopping it from crossing the midpoint, right? As I stated earlier in the video, we could see what happened from Wednesday to Thursday and how sharp that drop was from way up here at 505 down towards the 497 level. So it will be critical. As always, guys, thank you guys so much for watching, and let's make some money.